Destiny, and today I'm going to be trying out main DPS Cyrene. I did activate her E2 a couple of days ago on the channel, so I wanted to try out main DPS Cyrene since I just like having fun with my showcases. In the past, I remember I did main DPS Slingshot, and that was very fun as well. So today we're going to be doing Cyrene. Before we get into today's video, I would love to know your top 3 favorite Honkai Star Rail characters. If you'd like to include why as well, I'd love to know. And lastly, if you enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe to see more content from me. Leave a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. For the first showcase, I'm going to be using Cyrene, Cipher, Tribbie, and then Hyacine, and in the second showcase, I'll be doing the same team with the Remembrance Trailblazer instead. With Hyacine, we are just going to use her skill, and with Cipher, we'll basic attack. Now with Cyrene, we'll use her skill, and now that we've used Cyrene's skill, we can follow up here with Hyacine's ultimate just to get some more recollection. And we're already maxed out on our stacks, which is pretty good. And with Tribbie, I am just going to use her ultimate here since we were really close to getting it, so I just waited a little bit. And now we can use Tribbie's ultimate as well as Cyrene's to give back everyone's ultimate. We're going to give the buff to Tribbie and then also give the buff to Cipher. And with Cyrene, boom, there we go. Now with Tribbie, what we could do is use our ultimate once again. With Tribbie, we'll basic attack. And now we will get hit a couple of times here, no problem though. With Hyacine, we can also use her ultimate. And with this team in particular, it's basically a team effort when it comes to the damage. So Hyacine can use her skill. There we go. And now we can just use her skill once again. There goes little Ika. Now with Cipher, what we can do is just basic attack. With Cyrene here, we will use her basic attack. We're just going to wait for Flame Reaver to summon its clones, and with Cyrene, I will also be using her ultimate here. And boom, there we go. Now with Hyacine, I can also follow up here with her ultimate. There goes little Ika. And with Tribbie, we'll also use her ultimate. There we go. With Tribbie here, we can just basic attack. With Hyacine, we can use her skill. And now Flame Reaver is already at 33%. With Cipher, basic attack. And now with Cyrene, we can basic attack as well. So now we will take a bit of damage here, but I'm just going to use Cyrene's ultimate once again. And boom, there we go. And now with Hyacine, we can use her skill. Little Ika will attack like so, and with Tribbie, we are going to follow up with the ultimate here, which will be enough to bring Flame Reaver to the second phase. And with Hyacine, we did get hit there, so that actually resulted in us getting enough energy to use her ultimate once again. There goes little Ika. Now with Cipher, what we can do is skill, since we have the available skill points, and with Cyrene here, we will attack like so. Cipher will come in with a follow-up, and now we're about to have a lot of overkill damage. You'll see what I mean in a moment here. So we'll attack like so, and now Flame Reaver's around 35%. Boom! Now Flame Reaver's at 5%, and we literally have another Cyrene ultimate and Cipher's ultimate. So for this showcase in particular, it was definitely overkill, but we were able to get the 0 cycle. Alrighty, now we're going to show off this team with Remembrance Trailblazer in the slot of Cipher. And let's just get straight into it. And with the Remembrance Trailblazer, I will use their skill. With Hyacine, we are actually going to basic attack just so we don't get enough energy for mem support. And now what we can do is basic attack here with the Remembrance Trailblazer and advance forward Cyrene once again. So there we go. With Cyrene, we could just basic attack since we're already about to get maximum points of recollection. And with the Remembrance Trailblazer, I will use her ultimate. I'm going to use all of my characters' ultimates first, as this team will still be able to quickly stack points of recollection for Cyrene. So no problems here. We could skill, and now we can follow up with Hyacine's ultimate, and then of course Cyrene's ultimate, giving back everyone their ultimates. Now we can give the buff to Tribbie like so. Tribbie will come in with the follow-up. Boom. And now we can advance forward Cyrene. And with Cyrene, I will also use her ultimate once again on Remembrance Trailblazer. And now we can attack. Boom! And with Remembrance Trailblazer, I'll use my ultimate. With Cyrene here, we are going to attack. And now with Tribbie, basic attack, basic. And now with Hyacine, we will just skill. There goes little Ika. And now with Cyrene, boom! There we go. Now we're on to the next wave here with Flame Reaver, and we're going to start off by using Tribbie's ultimate and also using Hyacine's ultimate here. There we go. Little Ika will attack as well, and now we can use our skill. Little Ika will allow us to get to max stacks. Since we have 27 points of recollection, we will also attack here. We can attack like so, and then use our skill once again. And we'll be able to advance forward Cyrene again in a moment here. With Tribbie, I'll just basic attack, and now we can advance forward Cyrene. Now enhance basic. With Hyacine, now we can use her skill. And now we are going to get attacked here by Flame Reaver, and it'll summon its clones, which is great, as now we can unleash our AoE attacks here with Cyrene. And we can also use Remembrance Trailblazer's ultimate as well. Alrighty, only 2 clones left, looking good so far. I'm just going to skill, and with Hyacine, I will skill here as well. Boom! Now with Cyrene, basic attack, and we can also follow up here with her attack once again. Boom! And wha-bam! There we go. Now we're on to the second HP bar. I believe this will only take us a 1 cycle. There is one issue with this particular showcase though, is that I haven't actually unlocked the enhanced version of Remembrance Trailblazer just yet. And if I did have them unlocked, that would definitely be better for this showcase right here. So I believe if we did have them unlocked, there could honestly be the potential of a 0 cycle with the investment here we have on our team. But regardless, we should still be able to clear it in a 1 cycle, so no big deal. And with Remembrance Trailblazer, we could just basic. Having that enhanced basic attack would be great, honestly, but it is okay. We have 27%, now we have 19%, so yeah, we'll be able to clear this no problem within this cycle. Boom. So Cipher or Remembrance Trailblazer can work pretty nicely here, and it's mainly just putting the Chrysos Heirs supports alongside Cyrene here. And with Hyacine's skill, boom! And now we can actually finish off the fight here with Cyrene's attack, which is great. I love the animation of this attack as well. I just feel like it's just so beautiful. And boom! There we go. You're able to clear that in a 1 cycle, and now we can check out the builds for today's video. Alrighty, so here are the builds for today's video, and as mentioned earlier, my Cyrene is E2, which I did activate her E2 in a recent video, and I also was playing E0, E1, and E2 just to show how quickly she gets her ultimate between E0 and then E2, and then also the damage difference as well. Relics, we are using Amphorius the Eternal Land and World Remaking Deliverer, so let's just go through each of these pieces real quick. And lastly, we do have the E2. E1 will be very useful when it comes to getting more points of recollection, and then also increasing the number of bounces for her Blooms and Plumes attack, which was her big blast attack that we would use throughout the showcase. So this is going to be very useful for increasing her damage potential. And then for her E2, this will assist with getting her ultimate faster when you enter combat, as you'll additionally gain 12 points of recollection. You'll also be able to increase the true damage from her skill zone by an additional 24%, resulting in 48% total. This can also assist with the damage output overall of the team. As for Remembrance Trailblazer, here they are. We just have Memory Curtain Never Falls. For our relics, we're just using Sparly, Vonwhack, and Eagle, and for Eidolons, of course, they are E6. Now for Tribbie, here she is. You have Dance and Sands. We're using Bone Collection and Poet and Morning Collapse, and then Tribbie is E1, which, to be fair, in the first showcase, just because of how overkill the damage is, I feel like we could have gotten a 0 cycle clear even without the E1 on Tribbie. And then lastly, we have Hyacine here. We're using Giant Tree and Warrior Goddess Sun and Thunder. And then Hyacine is E0. I can't believe I said lastly. Wait, we still have Cipher. Where'd she go? Cipher, please. Where are you? There you go. And for today's showcase, once again, this is just more so a fun showcase that I wanted to do since I was actually getting a couple of requests for main DPS Cyrene, especially with the E2 now activated. So I thought that I would just show it off and have fun with these teams for you all. And here is Cipher, of course, which actually I just realized my Cipher has Lushaka, so that is not favorable here just because of the fact that Cyrene is actually HP scaling, but I don't have too many planar options, unfortunately, so I just have been keeping Lushaka on. But there's definitely alternative planar options one could use if they did want to try a team like this just for fun. But we do also have 2-piece Warrior Goddess Sun and Thunder and then 2-piece Ordeal. I'm mainly running 2-piece just to get Cipher to a higher amount of speed and then also looking for crit rolls on those pieces as well, which I could just show this for you all real quick. There we go. And she is also E0. I've not pulled any of Cipher's Eidolons. Yeah, this showcase overall was very fun to do, and I hope all of you did enjoy today's video. And if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support today's video, and lastly, let me know if there's any other showcases you would like to see. I hope you all have a great one. Bye-bye.